Innovation is also about elimination. Innovation is also about challenging the status quo. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. So I think this region is very, very interesting. And we're also living in very interesting times because a decade back, a little bit more than a decade back, when I was a banker, no one wanted to be a bank. No one wanted to enter into financial services. And now I look after more than 30 plus segments across 80 countries in Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And most of my clients who are non-financial institutions, they want to enter into financial services. Regulators are more open to allow these players to drive innovation. And these players have the data, they have the distribution, they have the trust, be it the telcos, be it the retailers. And that's really fostering a great culture of collaboration because different players of the ecosystem have to come together to drive innovation. So that's one of the very important trends that you see, that no one can drive innovation alone in today's time. There are new players entering into the industry of financial services and technology and payments. You see a lot of collaboration among these players. Consumer adoption is different. You see a lot of ease to which the consumers are adopting new products. There's more openness to embrace new technology. Maybe the shift post-pandemic helped with that. E-commerce, you can't really be a brick and mortar physical only store today. And the last one I would say is SMEs, from government to private sector companies, to us at Mastercard, to so many other players in the industry. There's so much of ambition and passion to fuel the growth of the economy by enabling the SMEs. So those are the trends. How do they help me make the leadership decisions? Well, it's a couple of points. First of all, when I look after so many different industries across so many different countries, I cannot be an expert in each of the industry verticals. So a large part of it is really surrounding myself with people who are subject matter expert in those verticals, who have the expertise of understanding the value chain of those specific industries. And they bring the content because I have to make sure that I enable my clients' strategic plans for entering into different financial services industry, be it a telco, be it a retailer, as well as enabling that execution, right? That's Mastercard's approach. So that's a very strong, multi-talented team sitting across multiple markets. I think that enables me to drive my intellectual growth and keep relearning and unlearning myself. So that would be my leadership approach. Well, I'll give you a stat just to bring it live. 60% of my team is women. 75% of them are millennials and Gen Zs. We sit across more than 12 to 15 countries. So there's this culture which is different. There's a background and experience. And I also look after different industries and verticals. I have people working from logistics to marketplaces, to food delivery companies, to fintechs, to crypto houses. So just imagine the layers of diversity. It's experience, it's background, it's culture, it's your industry from which you came from, it's gender, it's so multifaceted. And I think that's the amazing part of working at Mastercard, that diversity is not really like a topic, it's like the way you work, it's just embedded in the culture and the way you interact with people. And I am a very passionate advocate for uplifting women. And I'm really proud to say that, I have such talented, amazing, incredible women leaders in my team. And they always bring a perspective that's different. So it's just part of how you work. So I usually say this about innovation, that innovation is not always about coming up with a new product idea or a new app. It's also about elimination. Innovation is also about elimination. Innovation is also about challenging the status quo. So to have a team that would ask, why is this process done in this particular way, or why can't we get rid of this? That requires you to build an environment that's very open, where anyone can speak up their mind. So that's the most important thing for me. that how do you define innovation? It's not just about coming up with a new fancy glamorous thing. Second, I would say is that no one can innovate in a stressful environment. And we spend more time at work and less time outside work, right? So leadership is a privilege. I can make someone's day happy or not so happy by the way I interact with people. So my philosophy is to have a very fun environment at work. When you're having fun, you can innovate very, very easily. But in stressful times, you can't expect a team to innovate. So you would see lots of banana breads going on. You would see lots of jokes going on. And it just eases the environment for people to interact with each other, to build friendships, to have those conversations, because there's just no barrier. The most innovative people that you would experience are the little ones in your life. Just look at children around you. They don't have a barrier. They're like curious. They ask questions without thinking about the repercussions about it. You have to encourage that curiosity. You just have to make sure it's fun, it's lively. Sense of humor is largely understated in leadership. You need to have that kind of environment in which just people love being there and people love talking what's going on in their mind.